Hey, today we are talking about the top things that kept me stuck in the anxiety cycle the longest. If I had known these things, and if I had not done these things, I would have recovered much quicker from anxiety. So I want to share them with you because they may be some things that you're currently doing that if you take back control of them, you will recover quicker. So, the number one thing that people with anxiety do is avoid. If you are constantly worried that you're going to have an anxiety attack or a panic attack at a public place or with friends or in a certain scenario, then you are more likely to avoid that place. I get it. Nobody wants to feel anxious. I mean, it's human nature to want to be comfortable and to want to have fun when you're out at dinner rather than having an anxiety attack. Here's the thing. When you avoid that scenario that potentially could make you anxious, unfortunately what happens is you teach anxiety that it's in control. Anxiety already thinks it's in control. So when you avoid, you're kind of like, yeah, you're giving it the thumbs up. You're letting it continue to happen. If you can take back that control, and if you can tell anxiety, nope, I understand that I'm afraid that you might come around, but actually, I still am going to do this because it's something I want to do. You will have back that control. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. Like, most things don't happen overnight, right? Most things do take hard work. So you will have to practice this talk with yourself a lot. Because naturally, your body and your mind are going to want to avoid things that make you anxious. Nobody wants to feel that horrible, severe anxiety when they go out. If this is something that you're experiencing, if you're avoiding a lot and you find that anxiety just keeps coming back around, try to nip avoiding in the bud. You'll notice that when you avoid something, it does help the situation temporarily. When you avoid a night out with friends, you're like, oh, thank gosh, I don't have to go, I'm feeling better, and the anxiety kind of goes away. But what do you notice happens in a couple hours, a couple days? The anxiety comes back. As soon as there's another situation that you want to avoid, you're back in the anxiety cycle. So how do you stop this? You teach anxiety that it does not have control. You teach anxiety that you are the boss. Again, this takes time, like most things do. That brings me to my second thing that kept me stuck in the cycle the longest. I often thought that anxiety recovery was linear. That means that I thought that it was like once you started, it was like you kept going on and on and on, and then you're recovered and it's beautiful and wonderful and the view is amazing at the top. As amazing as the view is at the top, and you will get there, unfortunately, the recovery process is not linear at all. There will be days where you have setbacks. There will be days where you feel like you have not made any progress in recovery at all. The important part here is for you to tell yourself that you've got this. It's simple little reminders that help in the anxiety recovery process that tell yourself, that tell anxiety that you're the boss. So remember, when anxiety wants to be the boss, which it always wants to be the boss, it's really important that you tell yourself, no, actually, I've got this. No matter how you're feeling, it's important for anxiety to know it is not in control. The overarching message of this video is that anxiety recovery is hard work. If you're feeling really comfortable while recovering from anxiety, then you're probably not doing it right. You should feel uncomfortable. Remember, comfort does not usually equal change. Comfort does not usually equal change. Discomfort often equals change. When you think about that body that you really want, you diet, you exercise, you do everything you have to do. When you think about that job you really want, you get all of your certifications, you go to school, you apply for the job, you go to the interviews. Discomfort equals change. Discomfort equals progress. So if you're in the thick of it right now, and if you're going through it and you feel as though you're kind of just stuck, make sure, number one, you're not avoiding things that give you anxiety or make you anxious. You're confronting them, and then you are going through them even if you feel anxious. And number two, remember that anxiety recovery is not linear. Remember that days will be tough. Remember that you will feel bad and anxious some days. That's all a part of the process. Give yourself a break. Be easy with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You've got this. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here and give you more helpful tips on anxiety relief.